Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to Weird Beard for the first time in such a long time. And of course Weird Beard are now canning, and I've got to say I do really quite like their artwork, nice and simple. And of course they've maintained the iconography of having a head for each one. And this was purchased from First Class Ales. My good friend Adam, aka Mez Beers, did an order and asked if I wanted to have anything picked up. So I saw that they were doing brain fart, Weird Beard stuff. So I thought I'd chuck him some money to pick me some up. And I pretty much, aside from other stuff, the Weird Beard stuff it's essentially 3 different coffee stouts. So yeah, so you'll be seeing 3 Weird Beard coffee stouts this week, and I only need one more coffee beer. I can actually make it Coffee Beer Week. So it might be Coffee Beer Week, you never know. So week of coffee beers. Could you think of anything better? So yeah, I thought I'd kick off proceedings, potentially, with a can of the Dark Times Dark Measures, which is a coffee Tonka milk stout, clocking in at 6.2% ABV. Of course, brewed and packaged at Weird Beard Brew Co. And these guys are based in Unit 5, Boston Business Park, Trumpers Way, London. And yeah, lovely stuff indeed. Best before on this is batch 659, and best for is May 2021. So we're currently on the 8th of July 2020 as I record this, but I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about this potentially being a couple of months old. So yeah, I wonder who they've sourced their coffee from, or if they've worked with a local roaster. I'm not too sure. I don't know why, it's always when it comes to coffee beers, I want to know what coffee and where and who they've got it from. Because I just absolutely love coffee, even though that's Starbucks and it's not real coffee. Tastes good, especially the iced Americano. Is it iced Americano? I can't remember what the name is, but that with if you want a good coffee from Starbucks, especially if it's in the morning and you're getting the train somewhere. Who remembers when we were able to get to train? Oh, fuck off. I've never been able to train because, as you can see, I'm a big boy. But yeah, who remembers those days? The joke's past now, but who remembers those days when you could actually get on a train to somewhere and not have to worry about anything? And when I used to go to Manchester, pretty much almost on like a weekly basis, I'd try and leave as early as possible so I could spend as much time in Manchester as possible. And when I get the train to Wigan, I'd always pop into Starbucks, get myself a large iced coffee, and I would request 2 additional shots of espresso. And they always thought like, what the fuck? And it's like, it just tastes nice, that perks me up. Although I don't really get sort of like perked up by coffee. I could have coffee at like 4 o'clock in the morning and fall asleep. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Lovely looking stuff indeed. 440ml can. Whoa, look at that smoke on the open there. That's a smoky can. So, whoops, knock the camera. Hashtag professionalism. Let's see what we get with this one. Well, it's quite carbonated. Yeah, it's actually really quite carbonated. So we'll try and treat me gently. Let's see what we've got here. So beer in the glass then, and I think that's pretty much jet black, with a lovely dark beige looking head. It's definitely got the look of a black coffee. So let's see what we get on the nose. Loads of those roasted malts coming through. You get a little bit of pipe tobacco. It's really got a smokiness to it, which I do really love. You're definitely getting the Tonka in there, and it's a really lovely addition. It's got a muskiness, but it's sweet. It's cakey. It's like chocolate cake. And it's got literally right up my nostril then. And that coffee's coming through a little bit more steady. It's almost like a black currant licorice character coming through. But that smells good. It smells really nice. Loads and loads of tonka. It's almost giving it an almost slightly fragrant coconut character. Oh, it smells good. Lovely malt build on the nose. Really, really nice. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, folks. Why am I holding it like that? Who holds a beer like that? This is better. Cheers. Well, that's interesting. The first sensation you get is you think, this could be a little bit too overcarbonated. But it really disperses in such a way that it's aggressive carbonation, but it doesn't sort of dilute the body, if that makes sense. What a stupid thing to say. But you know what I mean? When sometimes if you have a beer that's well overcarbonated, even if it's got a bold mouthfeel, it'll just fizzle out straight away. It did have a sort of aggressive but slow, sort of like me. Medium mouthfeel, I would say, but there's a slight oily velvetiness to it. Just the right amount of tonka, I would say, so it's not too overpowering or too perfumey on the flavour. I find that's an ingredient that can be really, really over the top in some beers if not used properly. It's like coconut as well. As much as I love coconut character in beer, especially when there's a genuine addition to coconut, if it gets too much, it's just like perfume. Do you know what I mean? Has that slight character of when, if you like deodorant or hairspray, and you get a bit in your mouth. I find those flavours can do that. But this, there's a little bit of, it's almost like a chilly heat to this. And I think that's coming from that prickly carbonation almost. Could do with a little bit more coffee, in my humble and misguided opinion. Because you're getting more of that coffee flavour you get with. And as you can see, it's not actually pitch black anymore. It's sort of like a murky, chocolate milk. Like you've put cocoa powder in some drain water. They're not that. You know they do works on the pipes and you pour the water and it comes out brown. Looks like a Weizenbock. That's what it reminds you of. It's really quite murky. It's got especially when you look at it down. It's almost like there's little particles of undiluted cocoa powder in there. And there's a big cocoa powder flavour. But yeah, there's a really lovely chocolate flavour coming from those malts. Coffee, as I said, could be a little bit more present. Very slight smokiness in there. Nice little bit of char, burnt end sort of territory. But I think that the strength of this stout is the balance of these really nice, robust malts and this really wonderfully executed amount of tonka. So you get a slight vanilla-y, coconutty character almost. Body feels a little bit thin for its ABV, that's all I'll say. But then again, I'm not going to detract too many points away from it. I'm not Paul from BA Brew News. Nice bitterness on the back end as well. Do like that bitter chocolate. I think it's really interesting. It's probably one of the most intriguing milk stouts that I've had in a while. I just wish there was a little bit more coffee in it, to be honest. I mean, you slightly get that sort of like coffee bean character if you ever like chewed a coffee bean. Don't know why you would unless it was like covered in chocolate or something. It's definitely got the earthiness of coffee. The earthy character of like an espresso blend. It's got that, but just want a bit more coffee flavour. I'd like to be a slightly bit more harsh and abrasive in that sort of territory, but yeah, there's just a lovely smokiness to it as well. It's really nice. It wasn't what I was expecting it to be at all, but it's still a damn fine little beer. So in terms of a rating then, for Dark Times, Dark Measures, a coffee Tonka milk stout, I could give this a 7.5 out of 10. I'd definitely have that again. If you're looking for a coffee kick, you're probably not going to get it with this beer, admittedly. But if you like a stout, like an old school stout that gets a lot of its flavour from its utilisation of malts, then definitely worth giving a go. Definitely. I mean, one of the best imperial stouts that I've ever had was the 2016 bottle of Sadako or Sadako, based off the character from The Ring. That was a gorgeous imperial stout. I think I had that one Christmas. I've had some really nice dark beers from Weirdbeard. They're just, I don't know, I've always had a soft spot for them, but I think there's like maybe you couldn't even count the amount of Weirdbeard reviews on the channel on one hand. Do you know what I mean? And I've always been intrigued by the beers that they've done with chefs and restaurants. That's a sort of like territory and beer that I'm really intrigued in, when the food and the alcohol industry comes together. I had some great sort of like collaborations from chefs, restaurants, donut shops, places like that. So and I know that Weirdbeard have got a really good rich history in those sorts of collaborations. It's just you don't see them get the love that I think they deserve. But yeah, I think this is really good. I think 7.5 out of 10 is a little bit. I'm going to give it 8. It's an 8. If I had a bit more coffee and maybe a tiny bit more body, I mean, still 8 out of 10's nothing to, be upset about, is it? So yeah, the first of the 3 coffee beers from Weirdbeard, and if I don't upload these in the wrong order, this is going to be the first beer of Coffee Beer Week, sponsored by Weirdbeard. Anyway, so yeah, looking forward to the other 2 beers in this little trio that I purchased. If you've tried this, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of Weirdbeard? Are there any beers that you'd like me to give a try? What's some of their collaborations that you like? I'll put a link down below to their website, because they've got a web shop now, which I'll definitely have to place an order at some point. I said while I was in lockdown, I'm going to be doing a lot more direct brewery orders, and I've not gonna lie, I've just been mainly ordering from fucking Track and Cloudwater, so I need to branch out a bit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a Weirdbeard order at some point. Also, go check out First Class Ales, from which this beer was purchased. Great selection, nice little brewery as well, especially if you like more traditional stuff. But got a really diverse range of beers and breweries on their web shop at the moment, as most web shops are, because they're, breweries are looking for any sort of way they can have their beer distributed. So I think it's I think I've alluded to this multiple times. You've probably heard me say this 3 times in a row, probably me with the way I upload videos. But as awful as this whole situation is, and as and a lot of these breweries and bottle shops and retailers, they're at risk. Every day is a risk for them. It's really good to see the industry coming together, and it's not about we'll just sell all of our beers, look how good we are. It's like, well, we've got a platform, we'll sell some of your beers for you. And I like that. I think that's really what we need to be doing. And yeah, Weird Beard, lovely stuff. It's been a long time since I enjoyed a Weird Beard beer. Don't know what the fuck I was going into then. Look at that. Look at this. What the fuck is this? I need to get my hair cut because it's doing my absolute nutting. Anyway, waffled on for way too long. Go check out Weird Beard in the web shop. Go check out First Class Ales. Adam, thank you for dropping this off for me. And yeah, join me tomorrow for another potential coffee beer review. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. See you guys later.